The hidden power of emotional intelligence. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the mood? No one said anything. No one explained anything. But you knew. You knew who was tense. You knew who was pretending. You knew who was carrying something heavy. That ability, that quiet awareness, is often called emotional intelligence. But most people misunderstand what that really means. They think emotional intelligence is about being nice, or being calm, or being the one who doesn't react. It's not. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize emotion, in yourself and in others, without being controlled by it. And that is far more powerful than it sounds, because most of human behavior is emotional before it is logical. We like to believe we are rational creatures, but neuroscience tells a different story. Emotion moves first, reason follows. The amygdala reacts in milliseconds. The body shifts, hormones change, the nervous system activates. Only after that does the thinking brain begin constructing a narrative to justify what we're already feeling. Which means if you don't understand your emotions, they will run your life quietly from behind the curtain. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing feelings. It's about noticing them early. It's the difference between "I'm angry" and "I'm noticing anger rising in me." That slight shift changes everything, because once you can observe emotion instead of becoming it, you gain space. And in that space, you gain choice. Choice is power. Without emotional intelligence, emotions leak. They leak into tone, into relationships, into decision-making, into self-perception. You might think you're being logical, but if fear is driving you, your logic will be shaped by fear. If insecurity is driving you, your logic will protect insecurity. If shame is driving you, your choices will quietly reinforce shame. Emotional intelligence doesn't remove emotion. It refines your relationship with it. And here's something interesting. Highly emotionally intelligent people are not the calmest people in the room. They are the most aware. They feel things deeply, but they understand what they're feeling and why. They don't project discomfort outward automatically. They don't collapse inward automatically. They pause. And that pause is what changes outcomes. Imagine a difficult conversation. Someone criticizes you. Without emotional intelligence, the body reacts. Defense rises. Voice sharpens. Walls go up. The moment becomes a battle. With emotional intelligence, something different happens. You still feel the sting. You still feel the surge. But you recognize it. You name it internally. That hurt. That triggered something. That feels unfair. And because you recognized it, you can choose your response. You can ask a question instead of launching an attack. You can clarify instead of withdrawing. You can say, "Can you explain what you mean?" instead of shutting down. That changes relationships. And emotional intelligence doesn't only apply to conflict. It applies to joy too. Some people struggle to feel happiness fully because they don't trust it. Some struggle to accept praise because it conflicts with an internal narrative of not being enough. Some sabotage opportunities because success feels unfamiliar. Emotional intelligence means noticing those patterns, not judging them, just noticing. It also means recognizing emotion in others without absorbing it. This is important. Empathy without boundaries leads to exhaustion, but awareness with boundaries leads to strength. You can understand someone's anger without taking it personally. You can recognize someone's sadness without drowning in it. You can see when someone is projecting without needing to defend yourself. That's maturity, and emotional intelligence is not something you are born with fully formed. It develops, often through pain, often through mistakes, often through moments where you realize, "I don't want to keep reacting like this." Some people develop it early because they had to read the room to stay safe. Some develop it later because relationships forced growth. Some develop it through therapy, through meditation, through journaling, through loss. And here's the hidden power. When you increase emotional intelligence, you increase freedom, because you stop being ruled by unexamined reactions. You stop repeating patterns automatically. You stop confusing intensity with truth. You start seeing the difference between, "I feel this strongly," and "This is objectively true." That distinction is life-changing. Emotion is information, but it is not always instruction. Fear can tell you something feels unsafe, or it can tell you something feels unfamiliar. Anger can tell you a boundary was crossed, or it can tell you an old wound was touched. Sadness can signal loss, or it can signal unmet needs. Emotional intelligence asks one simple question: what is this emotion trying to show me? Not, "How do I get rid of this?" Not, "How do I suppress this?" But, "What is this showing me?" And when you begin asking that consistently, something shifts. You become less reactive, less chaotic internally, more centered. You don't become emotionless, you become literate, emotionally literate. And emotional literacy changes leadership. It changes parenting. It changes partnerships. It changes self-talk. It changes conflict. It changes the way you interpret silence. It changes the way you interpret tone. It changes how quickly you assume the worst. It changes how long you stay stuck in resentment. It changes how much you personalize things that were never about you. And this is where it connects to awakening. Because awareness of self is the foundation of emotional intelligence. The more awake you become to your own patterns, the less you are unconsciously ruled by them. Emotional intelligence is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It looks like someone pausing before responding. It looks like someone saying, "I was wrong." It looks like someone admitting, "That triggered me." It looks like someone taking responsibility for their tone. It looks like someone recognizing when they are projecting. It looks like someone saying, "I need space," instead of exploding. It looks like self-regulation. And self-regulation is power. Not because it controls others, but because it frees you from being controlled by yourself. And perhaps the most hidden part of emotional intelligence is this. It allows you to feel deeply without being consumed. It allows you to stay open without being naive. It allows you to care without collapsing. It allows you to lead without dominating. It allows you to love without losing yourself. And in a world where emotional reactivity is amplified daily, that is rare. So maybe emotional intelligence isn't soft. Maybe it's strength, quiet strength, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself, the kind that doesn't need to shout, the kind that changes the room simply by being steady. So let me ask you something. When emotion rises in you, do you become it or do you observe it? That small difference might be shaping more of your life than you realize. And the beautiful part? It's learnable, it's expandable, it's trainable, not overnight, not perfectly, but gradually. One pause at a time. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. As always, this has been Valkyrie. Until next time, be kind to yourself and others. Lanterns up.